Is the frequency in use? Is the frequency in use? CQ, CQ, CQ. This is Whiskey 4, November Delta Kilo. CQ. CQ, CQ, CQ. This is Whiskey 4, November Delta Kilo. Whiskey 4, November Delta Kilo. CQ, CQ, CQ. Yes, I can hear you there. Just over the noise. Please try again. Alpha Charlie 6 Yankee Yankee. Alpha Charlie 6 Yankee Yankee. Okay, this is Whiskey 4, November Delta Kilo. Thank you for the 5-5. You are about a 51, North Carolina, just above the noise. Whiskey 4, November Delta Kilo. Whiskey 4, November Delta Kilo. Well, thank you, Ned. Nice to meet you there. Thanks for coming in, and nice to make contact with you. Hope you have a good evening. 73, good luck. What is your, before you go, could I ask you about your operating conditions? What is your transceiver and antenna and power? 100 watts, and what kind of radio is it? Yes, what kind of radio? Yaesu FT891? Okay, great. Well, you're making it, Ned. Nice to meet you. I'm on a Yaesu FTDX10, 100 watts, and a doublet antenna. Over. 73. Yes, I hope to talk to you again soon. Thanks for the contact. 73. CQ, 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 Whiskey 4, November Delta Kilo, W4NDK, CQ.
Kilo Bravo 5, Juliet Oscar Echo.
Kilo Bravo 5, Juliet Oscar Echo, you're 5910 over, North Carolina.
QSL on, 5910 over, you are 5757 North Texas.
Thank you for the 57 North Texas. What are your operating conditions today? And is it Joseph?
Yeah, we go by Joe, Juliet Oscar Echo, QSL.
QSL, my name is Nate. And I'm running a Yaesu FTDX10, 100 watts with a doublet antenna.
QSL on that, doing you a great job. 991 Alpha here on an off-center fed wire 30 feet in the air, 100 watts, QSL.
QSL is definitely working for you. Thanks for the contact, Joe. Nice to meet you. I got you in the log here.
QSL likewise got you logged in here as we speak, sir. And we will turn it back over, see if you can make some more contacts, and I'll do the same thing. Excuse me, boy, I've got something in my throat. I apologize. Anyway, Whiskey 4 NDK, this is KB5JOE 73.
73, Joe, and you can hear your audio on YouTube on Let's Go Amateur Radio. 73.
All right, QSL on that. Appreciate it. Thank you. 73.
QRZ. This is Whiskey 4 November Delta Kilo. QRZ. CQ, 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 CQ. This is Whiskey 4 November Delta Kilo. CQ and standing by.
Kilo Tango.
Is it Kilo Juliet 5 Foxtrot Kilo Tango?
Roger, roger.
Okay, Carl, Oklahoma.
Roger, roger. Halfway between Oklahoma City and Dallas.
Okay, you're a 5-7 here in North Carolina.
Yeah, thank you. I'm using FTDX 101 and a G5 RV running almost horizontal.
How much power are you putting out?
100.
Okay, well, it's working for you, Carl. I'm running a doublet antenna with spreaders made from chopsticks and 100 watts, FTDX 10. Thanks for the contact, Carl. Nice to meet you. 73.
73, appreciate the contact. My antenna RV is running in a V toward the west, and I don't seem to get contact to the east. I'm sorry, to the west. Using my contacts to the west, and so I mean to the east. So I'm gonna have to figure that out.
Yes, sir. I know it's a mystery, isn't it? 73. Nice to meet you, Joe. Nice to meet you, Carl. I'm sorry, Carl. I'll be clear with Kilo Juliet 5 Foxtrot Kilo Tango. This is Whiskey 4 November Delta Kilo. We'll talk to you soon. QRZ? Had another station in there waiting. QRZ? Okay, I'm streaming live on YouTube at Go Amateur Radio. This is Whiskey 4 November Delta Kilo. CQ, 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 and standing by. Kilo 6 Foxtrot Juliet Yankee. Is that Raymond in California?
That's right.
Okay, you're about a 5-5 here, North Carolina.
Thanks for the feedback. You're about a 5-7 yourself down here in Southern California. I appreciate you giving me a report.
Yeah, thanks for the contact from California. What kind of antenna and what are you running there?
Yeah, I've got a Yaesu FT710 100 watts, and I've got a homemade dipole.
Okay, roger that on the FT710, 100 watts and a dipole. And I'm running a doublet antenna with 3 feet of coax and FTDX 10. Thanks for the contact there, Raymond. Is it Raymond or Ray?
I appreciate it. I think your name is Nate. I appreciate it.
I didn't catch your name. Please tell me your first name. Okay, 73. My name is Nate. We'll talk to you down the log.
73.
QRZ? Streaming live on YouTube as Go Amateur Radio. This is Whiskey 4 November Delta Kilo. CQ and standing by. CQ, 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 CQ. This is Whiskey 4 November Delta Kilo, W4NDK, CQ and standing by. CQ, CQ, CQ. This is Whiskey 4 November Delta Kilo. Whiskey 4 November Delta Kilo. CQ, CQ, CQ. CQ, CQ, CQ. This is Whiskey 4 November Delta Kilo. Whiskey 4 November Delta Kilo. CQ, CQ, CQ.
W4NDK, Kilowatt Alpha 7 on India.
Oscar India, please tell me your call sign again.
Kilowatt Alpha 7 Oscar Echo India. Kilowatt America 7 Oscar Echo India, over.
QSL Clinton, is that your name?
Close enough. I go by Clint, but anyway. The call book day-to-day shows Clint. Evening, just driving from work here. Mobile in near Salt Lake City, Utah.
Wow, Clint, my name is Nate. I'm in North Carolina. You're doing really well, Mobile. How much power are you running?
Running 100 watts. It's actually next to a city bus at the moment that's producing a bit of brackets and a bit of QSC. Waiting to turn to the light here. But yeah, just running 100 watts on FT100 with an ATAS 100 antenna, over.
And you have a FT 101D?
No, FT100100, over.
FT 100, well, it's working definitely with ATOS 100. Congratulations on that. I'm running 100 watts with the Yaesu FTDX10, and you can hear your audio on Let's Go Amateur Radio on YouTube if you'd like.
Let me get away from the noise generator. Repeat that last transmission again, over.
Yeah, sure. You can hear your audio on YouTube on Let's Go Amateur Radio. Go Amateur Radio is my channel, over.
Roger. Okay, yeah. When I drive around, I usually try to do some hunting and photo, but occasionally answer a CQ as well. Don't have a really long drive, maybe 15, 20 minutes depending on traffic, but it's one way to kill some time, over.
Yeah, that's true. I used to have a permanently installed Yaesu FT891 in my car. Yeah, you're sounding good, and that's always fun, but you got to watch out for traffic. It is a little distracting, especially when you start getting into the city noise on 40 meters. 40 didn't work as well for me, but 20 was great. Well, Clint, nice to make a contact with you there in Utah, West Jordan, Utah, yeah, outside of Salt Lake City. 73 from Whiskey 4 November Delta Kilo.
Roger, sounds good, and thanks for the quick contact. W4NDK, KA7OEI, 73.
Yeah, KA7OEI, 73 from W4NDK. QRZ? CQ. This is Whiskey 4, November Delta Kilo, W4NDK, CQ, and standing by. CQ, Whiskey 4, November Delta Kilo, W4NDK, CQ, and standing by. QRP station, try again. I heard a 0 station, try again. Is it Whiskey 0 Oscar Delta? Whiskey 0 Cat on Demand, COD, Steven in Colorado, QRP. You're doing great. You're about a 41. Doing great, though, for QRP. Over.
Yeah, appreciate you, Nick. I am not QRP. I'm running 100 watts.
Okay, 100 watts. Okay, roger that. Yeah, the band's not super open, but it's working okay depending on where you are. But, Steven, nice to make a contact with you. Whiskey 0 Charlie Oscar Delta. This is Whiskey 4 November Delta Kilo.
Great, thanks for the Congo W4. This is W0COD 73.
73. QRZ? Whiskey 4 November Delta Kilo. This is Nate in North Carolina calling CQ. Whiskey 4 NDK. CQ, CQ, CQ. CQ, 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 CQ. This is Whiskey 4 November Delta Kilo. W4 NDK. CQ and standing by. CQ, 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 CQ. This is Whiskey 4 NDK, standing by. CQ, CQ, CQ. This is Whiskey 4 November Delta Kilo, W4 NDK, CQ, and standing by. CQ, 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 CQ. This is Whiskey 4 November Delta Kilo, W4 NDK, CQ, and standing by. CQ, 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 W4 NDK, W4 NDK, Whiskey 4 November Delta Kilo, CQ. CQ and standing by. Streaming on Let's Go Amateur Radio or Go Amateur Radio on YouTube, CQ and standing by. CQ, CQ, CQ. This is Whiskey 4 November Delta Kilo, CQ and standing by. CQ, 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 CQ. This is Whiskey 4 November Delta Kilo, CQ and standing by. CQ, CQ, CQ. This is Whiskey 4 November Delta Kilo, Whiskey 4 November Delta Kilo, CQ, CQ, CQ. CQ, CQ, CQ. This is Whiskey 4 November Delta Kilo, Whiskey 4 November Delta Kilo, CQ, CQ, CQ. CQ, CQ, CQ. This is Whiskey 4 November Delta Kilo, Whiskey 4 November Delta Kilo, CQ, CQ, CQ. CQ, CQ, CQ. This is Whiskey 4 November Delta Kilo, Whiskey 4 November Delta Kilo, CQ, CQ, CQ.
Whiskey 0 Juliet Lima
Charlie Tango 7 Alpha Zulu Tango.
Charlie Tango, stand by. Whiskey station, please go ahead.
Whiskey 0 Juliet Lima Charlie.
Whiskey 0 Juliet Lima Charlie. You're a 5'9", 10 over.
Roger, Roger. Happy 5'9", 5'9" as well here in Kansas, Central Kansas. Can you give me your call sign again, please?
Sure, I talked to you the other day. Jeremy, is that your name?
Yes, it is.
Yes, Whiskey 4 November Delta Kilo.
Whiskey 4 November Delta Kilo. Well, I'm happy to work you again, and you're sounding good in Kansas this evening. So I hope you make more contacts, make some good contacts, and enjoy the rest of your evening. This is Whiskey 0 Juliet Lima Charlie 73.
Yeah, sure. Thank you, Jeremy. What is my report?
I'm sorry, you're 5'9", 5'9" in Kansas. Sounding great.
Thank you for the 5'9", and check out your audio on YouTube at Go Amateur Radio.
Okay, yeah. We did talk the other night. I heard you talking to someone else about that. I think I was a little lower then, but tonight you're sounding even better, so that's wonderful. Thank you.
Yeah, sure. Thank you. Nice talking to you. And we had a 73 to you. We had a Charlie Tango station, I think, in Portugal.
Yeah, Roger. W4 November Delta Kilo, Charlie Tango 7 Alpha Zulu Tango. Names Martin Mike Alpha Radio Tango Yankee November 58 Northern Portugal, and you're 5 and 9. Very good signal. Very clear audio into Northern Portugal. Back to you, Nate. W4 NDK CT7AZT.
Yeah, CT7AZT. You are 5'9" here in North Carolina, doing really well to Charlotte, North Carolina, Martin. My name is Nate, and you can check out your audio on YouTube at Go Amateur Radio. Go Amateur Radio on YouTube, Martin. Over.
Yeah, Roger. I'm not into YouTube, but thank you very much for the offer anyway. Very nice signal. Rig is a Yaesu SCDX 10, Amplitude 1010, sorry, Acom 1010, running about 700 watts, and the antenna is a home base. No, it's a 300 Yagi at the moment. Back to you, Nate. Whiskey 4 November Delta Kilo, Charlie Tango 7, Alpha Zulu Tango.
Charlie Tango 7, Alpha Zulu Tango. Pleasure to meet you, Martin. First time I got you in the log, and I'm running a Yaesu FTDX 10, 100 watts with a homebrew doublet antenna. And Martin, what is my report there? You are definitely a 5'9". What's mine?
Yeah, you were a solid 5'9", mate, but you've dropped down to 5'5" now, so there's some QS Baker. But previously, and I've listened to you for a little while before I went and tuned up, you were 5'9" for quite a while. So I guess the band must be changing or something. Back to you, Nate. Whiskey 4 November Delta Kilo, Charlie Tango 7, Alpha Zulu Tango.
Yes, Roger. Yes, the band did take a dive. You took a little dive, too. But thank you for the 5'5", Martin. Nice to make contact with you in Portugal, 3,800 miles away. And we'll talk to you down the log. Over.
Yeah, Roger. We'll log you in the next couple of minutes on QRZ.com. Thank you very much for the QS, though. Whiskey 4 November Delta Kilo, Charlie Tango 7, Alpha Zulu Tango 73.
73. Enjoy Portugal. QRZ?
Kilo Charlie 0, Delta Victor Victor.
Kilo Charlie 0 Delta Victor Victor with the photographer dog. You are 5'7" here, Dale in North Carolina.
Roger, you're 5'9", 5'9" here in Wichita, Kansas. Call sign to the log, please.
Sure, it's Whiskey 4 November Delta Kilo.
Okay, great. I'm not on QRZ, so just give me your name and QTH, please, real quick.
Sure, my name is Nate, November Alpha Tango Echo, and my QTH is North Carolina, Charlotte, North Carolina. And what are you running, real quick?
I'm running 100 watts on a ICOM 7300. I've got a hex speed that I can rotate, and it's up about 35 feet over.
QSL, is it a buddy hex?
No, it's an older hex beam. I think Trappy, over.
Okay, Trappy hex beam, roger that. Well, it's working for you. Dale, it's sounding real good here in North Carolina. Thanks for coming in.
Thank you very much. I'll be listening on the side. I've been to Charlotte, beautiful city. This is the East Coast, over.
Yeah, thanks. Yeah, it is a beautiful city. Thank you so much. It was not so beautiful today, rainy and chilly, but we needed the rain, so glad to get it. Kilo Charlie 0 Delta Victor Victor, 73 Dale from Whiskey 4 November Delta Kilo.
73, Nate. Thanks for the QSL.
QRZ? There's somebody way down in the noise there. Try again. CQ. Whiskey 4 November Delta Kilo. CQ and standing by. Guys, I will be right back. I've got to go get some water. I will be right back in about 2 minutes. CQ, CQ, CQ. This is Whiskey 4, November Delta Kilo. CQ and standing by. CQ, 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 CQ. This is Whiskey 4, NDK, Whiskey 4, November Delta Kilo, CQ and standing by. CQ, CQ, CQ. This is Whiskey 4, November Delta Kilo, Whiskey 4, November Delta Kilo, CQ, CQ, CQ. CQ, CQ, CQ. This is Whiskey 4, November Delta Kilo, Whiskey 4, November Delta Kilo, CQ, CQ, CQ. CQ, CQ, CQ. This is Whiskey 4, November Delta Kilo, Whiskey 4, November Delta Kilo, CQ, CQ, CQ.
Whiskey 5, Mike Sierra.
Whiskey 5, Mike Sierra. Johnny in Texas, you're 5'9", North Carolina.
Yeah, Roger, you're 5'9" also. Down here I'm located just south of Dallas here, and like I say, you got a good signal here. Just kind of going across the band, seeing who was on tonight.
Yeah, thanks for finding me there, Johnny. My name is Nate. This is our 5th QSO. I have been at, I believe I've been at US 2996. I believe that's where I've been, or were you at a park when I talked to you, over?
Yeah, Roger, I activate 2996 fairly regularly. There's a bunch of us in our club here in the local area, and that's the closest state park to us, and we all kind of take turns going over there and activating it.
Yeah, that makes sense. So you were there. That's the signature info in my log. You sound good. What are you running here tonight, Johnny?
Yeah, I'm at my QTH here in Midlothian, and I got a Yaesu FT 710 doing about 80 watts just on an end-fed wire in my backyard.
It's working for you definitely very well. Definitely have the band opening between us. I think it says you're about 939 miles away. We sound really good, Johnny. I'm running a Yaesu FTDX10 and a 40-meter homebrew doublet antenna with just about a little bit of coax, 3 feet of coax after the 4-to-1 balun. Over.
Yeah, Roger on that. Well, I say you're doing a good job coming this way. Sounding just great. Yeah, must have a good opening, like you said. We just got off of a club net here a few minutes ago, and again, I was just kind of scrolling through the band before I turn this thing off and go back and see what the wife's doing. So.
Yeah, my wife's watching Jeopardy right now with the dog downstairs, or 2 dogs. Well, I appreciate you coming back to my CQ call, and if you want to hear your audio, I am broadcasting live on YouTube as Go Amateur Radio. The channel is Go Amateur Radio. Roger.
All right, Roger on that. Yeah, sounds good on that. I'll be sure and check it out. Thanks again for the QSO, and have a good time tonight, and we'll probably catch you again sometime out there in one of the parks.
Yeah, hope to catch you again from the park. 73 from your shack there. You sound great. Congrats on your audio. From Whiskey 4 November Delta Kilo. See you later, Johnny. Down the log. QRZ. CQ, 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 CQ. This is Whiskey 4 November Delta Kilo, W4NDK, CQ, and standing by. CQ, 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 CQ. This is Whiskey 4 November Delta Kilo, W4NDK, CQ, and standing by. CQ, CQ, CQ. This is Whiskey 4 November Delta Kilo. Whiskey 4 November Delta Kilo. CQ, CQ, CQ.
Charlie Oscar 7, Italy, Germany.
Charlie Oscar 7, Italy Golf. Ivany, you are 5 and 5. No, 5 and 7. 5 and 7, North Carolina.
Okay, Nathan. Whiskey 4 November Delta Kilo, Charlie Oscar 7, Italy, Germany. Good night, my friends. Good report 5x9 from Cuba. 5x9 from Cuba. Beautiful signal, yes, sir?
Thank you very much. Thanks very much. This is our third QSO. And you sound great tonight. And what are you running? What is your radio and power, over?
Okay. It's Spanish, it's low Spanish from DX, pero es un Yaesu FT920. FT920 de Yaesu, QSL?
QSL 920, Yaesu FT920. What's working for you? You sound great. Nice to make a contact with you, Vani. Stay safe, and nice to meet you on the band again. Third QSO. Thanks so much.
Okay. Good night, my friend. 73.
Okay, good night. 73. All right. Thank you so much. QRZ. This is Whiskey 4, November Delta Kilo. Whiskey 4, NDK, Charlotte, North Carolina. My name is Nate. CQ, CQ, CQ. CQ, CQ, CQ. This is Whiskey 4 November Delta Kilo. Whiskey 4 November Delta Kilo. CQ, CQ, CQ.
JST Whiskey Bravo 6 Juliet Sierra Golf.
Whiskey Bravo 6 Juliet Sierra Golf, Paul in California. You're 5'9", North Carolina.
Well, that's a wonderful report. Thank you very much. It is. My name's Paul. I don't know yours. I'm located in the Santa Monica Mountains, which is a little north of Malibu. They're on the south side of the mountains. I'm on the north side. It's good one. And running about 400 watts. I could reach you. And happy to know that I'm going to be running an FT710 and an NSED halfway. Unfortunately, I live in a rabbit hole. There's mountains all around me. Somehow or another, I'm getting out to talk to you. I'm real happy about that, Owen.
Yeah, you're doing well, Paul. Sounds good. There's a little QSB, but for the most part, good. And I got your Yaesu FT710. A lot of those out there now. They're great radio for the money. 400 watts NFED half wave. My name is Nate, November Alpha Tango Echo. My name is Nate, and I'm in Charlotte, North Carolina. Over.
Yeah, I like Charlotte, North Carolina. I've been there. I used to work for a company whose headquarters is there. And my wife and I would travel out for quite a bit. Real nice, real nice area. And curious if you put that jersey. Over.
Yes, do you mind saying what the company name was? I'm curious.
Wells Fargo.
Oh, yeah, Wells Fargo, yep. Yeah, they are headquartered out west, but they do have a big East Coast headquarters here, as you're aware. Roger that. I worked for First Union for a while before they were bought by Wachovia and then Wells Fargo. Yeah, Paul. Well, I'm running a Yaesu FTDX10, 100 watts with a doublet antenna. And I'm giving you a 5'9". What's my report here?
Yeah, you're a 5'9" here. You're definitely a 5'9". Although, you're right, there's QSC. So in First Union, what did you do?
I worked in the retail investment group as a technology guy there. So I was helping people with the network side of the OSI model. Over.
Very good. Well, I was an independent representative of Wells Fargo Advisors Financial Network, more frequently referred to as a financial advisor, stockbroker.
Oh, yes, roger that. Roger that. Well, cool. Well, too bad I didn't meet you when you were here, but good to talk to you. And thank you for coming back to my CQ call. The 710 sounded great. If you want to hear your audio, you can go to YouTube if you're so inclined. And my channel is Go Amateur Radio. Over.
Go Amateur Radio. Yeah, I'd like to hear myself. I had some issues with the audio quality. I had more bass, a lot more bass timbre of my voice, not as much as the higher frequency. How do I sound, David?
You sound pretty good, but you could have a little more punch. You could narrow it down a little. But a lot of it's the band. The band really isn't open. I'm looking at DX Heat, and I see almost nothing for 20 meters. I see 30 meters open, and that's about it here in North America. Over.
Yeah, I understand what you're saying. Hey, I wonder, I believe you're my first North Carolina. I've been licensed for a long time, but only have been on HF for less than a year. You were fading quite a bit. I didn't catch all that. I think I heard something about a QSO card. Yeah. Although I've had a ticket for a long time, I've only been on HF for less than a year. I'm wondering if I can exchange QSL cards with you.
Yeah, I've got a few left. Yeah, sure. Happy to exchange it with you.
So let's not spend all that much on the band. I'm going to jot you down in my log and look for you at another time. How's that?
Hey, that sounds great. I'm putting my headphones on. Yeah, we'll catch you down the log, and I look forward to getting your QSL card, and I'll send back a QSL. Over.
Well, that's good. Thanks so much, Nate. I really appreciate it. Actually, someday I may decide to do WAS, and I don't have a card from North Carolina. So, thanks. 73, have a great weekend coming up and another day, and look forward to the next season. WB6JSG.
Yep, WB6JSG 73 from Whiskey 4 November Delta Kilo. Look forward to getting your card, and we'll say 73. Nice to meet you. QRZ?
Kilo Golf 6, Uniform Sierra Sierra.
Kilo Golf 6, Uniform Sierra Sierra. John in California. You are 5'7" here, North Carolina.
Roger on North Carolina. What was your call sign again?
Whiskey 4, November Delta Kilo. Whiskey 4, November Delta Kilo.
Yeah, Whiskey 4, November Delta Kilo. Very good. Yeah, very good signal out here. 5'9" on my side. How's my to you?
Your audio is good. You're nice and loud. There's a little background noise there. Are you on your 991A?
I am, and the background noise is my jet engine heater in my shack here.
Okay, yeah, Roger. Must be cold out there in Victorville. What kind of power are you running, and are you using your wire?
I am. Yeah, I've got well, we just put an end-fed dipole up here last couple of weeks, beyond the one that we have, the fan dipole, and put it on an inverted L. The albalum's about 35 feet off the ground, and it runs to a westerly direction to about 25 feet into an inverted L there. 71-foot wire there, copy.
Yeah, QSL, and I guess you're up pretty high, so got good elevation. You're doing well to North Carolina, 2,000 miles away. Remind me, where is Victorville, California? Over.
Well, if you know anything about the area, we're about halfway between Las Vegas and Los Angeles, up the I-15 here.
Yes, familiar. So on the way to Vegas from LA. Got it. Yeah, I've been there. I used to live out west, so been there and been on that road. Okay. Well, good elevation there, and good sound. Good sound, John. How are things going with you today?
Uneventful day. I'm retired, so every day is the same there. You know what I mean? It's always but other than the wind. It's that wind chill factor, you know what I mean? And I live right on the mountains. I guess you can see the picture. I'm standing right outside my shack door there, and the mountains that I live near. So this time of year it starts chilling down a little bit.
Yeah, I understand. Roger that. And that's kind of exciting to get into winter, but there's nothing to stop the wind out there, for sure, over.
Yeah, absolutely. I don't like wintertime. I like it when it's 110 degrees in the shade, or 110 degrees in the shack. And I can always take clothes off, but I can't never put enough on.
Yep, QSL, John. Well, nice to make contact with you. If you want to hear your audio, it's on Go Amateur Radio on YouTube. Go Amateur Radio. Roger?
No, copy that. Hey, you say you're in North Carolina. You all that nonsense with that hurricane.
I heard North Carolina in a question, but I didn't hear your question. Could you repeat it, please?
Yeah, you weren't affected by that hurricane, were you?
The hurricane affected us about 70 miles northwest of us in the mountains. We have a mountain that's 6,600 feet tall called Mount Mitchell, and right around the valleys of that mountain in all directions there was flooding, primarily south, southwest, and east of the mountain. And they were affected, and those are my friends up there because we all talk on the same repeater on top of that mountain. Over. Yeah, thanks so much, John. Thank you very much. I think you can relate living up there in the mountains. And rain is not friendly to anybody when there's 30 inches of rain in 24 hours. Well, KG6 USS, Whiskey 4, November Delta Kilo. Nice to make a contact with you again. Last time we spoke was March 15th of this year. March 15th, so don't make it so long next time. 73. John. 73. This is Whiskey 4, November Delta Kilo. QRZ?
November 6, Mike Oscar, and 6MO.
November 6, Mike Oscar, booming in here. 5910 over from Cupertino to North Carolina.
Yeah. Name is Mike. The name is Mike. And we're, yes, in Cupertino near San Jose. Back to you, and reading you 5-9. Don't have the beam on you, but back to you, November 6, Mike Oscar.
November 6, Mike Oscar. Yeah, doing really well. My name is Nate. I corrected your first name to Mike in my log, and I'm running a Yaesu FTD X10, Charlotte, North Carolina. I'm running a DX10 with a 40-meter doublet antenna, 100 watts. Over.
Okay, very good, Nate. I nearly have the beam on you. We're also just running 100 watts, ICOM 7300, and using a 9-element opti-beam, multi-band opti-beam about 74 feet high, almost pointed at you. So coming in very nicely, Nate. Whereabouts in North Carolina are you? My son had been at Fort Bragg for probably over 5 years. Back to you, N6MO.
Yes, QSL. I'm about 2 hours west of Fort Bragg in Charlotte, and I have family from the Fort Bragg area. Dad was from Rayford, North Carolina, which is 30 minutes away from Fort Bragg or so. Yeah, roger that. So your son, is he still in the Army to get out?
No, he's still active. I think he's got about 2 or 3 years before retirement. And he's got a command of Green Beret Special Forces, but he's been doing the Green Beret stuff for the last probably 10 years. Before that, Army Ranger. But he's Mr. Adventure Man. So, he's been on many foreign deployments. And he did go to West Point. My daughter went to the Air Force Academy, and the 2 younger sons didn't do the military. So back to you, November 6th, Mike Oscar.
Wow, that's impressive. One child, West Point, one at the Air Force Academy. Air Force Academy is a beautiful place. So is West Point. Roger that. That's amazing. And he's a Green Beret and traveling. I have some family that's traveling right now with the armed forces. Yeah, excellent. Well, nice to make contact with you. You sound really good here. If you want to hear your audio, you can go to YouTube to Go Amateur Radio. Over.
Okay. I'll take a look. Kids really enjoyed their the wonderful education they got from the academy. It was a great opportunity for both of them. My daughter's a medical doctor and works in a large hospital, but she's been long out of the Air Force at this point. So both kids really appreciated their military opportunities. And I spent most of my time working with either the military or the government on developing their satellite systems, but that's how my kids got some exposure as I was taking to different military bases. Back to you, Nate, N6MO.
Yeah, N6MO, W4, November, Delta, Kilo. I'm trying to watch my audio because I turned up my gain, and I think it makes it a little louder on the, I don't know how it would, but the monitor on the OBS system that I piped in through the USB cord. Well, roger that. Very, very successful family there. Satellite systems for the government. Excellent. Are you retired now?
Oh, yeah. I've been retired about 14 years now. I took an early retirement at 54 and had worked for Lockheed Martin for 32 years, so I took the early retirement. I took a golden parachute when it was offered to the leadership, so worked out real well. No regrets. So now I fix toilets, do plumbing, electrical, flooring on my rentals, painting as well. Back to you, November 6th, Mike Oscar.
Yeah, that's fulfilling. That's definitely fulfilling. Yeah, excellent. Well, I'm glad you had a great career at Lockheed. Thank you for your service and for your family service. Excellent, and happy Veterans Day to everybody that we had a few days ago. My son's on a Legion baseball team, so we celebrated Veterans Day at the Legion Post in Matthews, North Carolina. Well, Mike, nice making contact with you, and hope to catch you down the log. You are definitely sounding great here in North Carolina with the beam. You're doing all the work. This is Whiskey 4, November, Delta, Kilo, November 6th, Mike Oscar. I'll see who else I can get out there, cut it a little shorter, but I want to talk to you again, hopefully. 73, my friend.
Okay, very good, Nate. Nice to make contact with you. It was a pleasure. I'll wish you 73 and God bless. And I was just curious how high you set up your doublet, and did you feed it with open wires sooner? But it's doing a great job. Doing a great job. We have you at our Florida home. We have a Florida vacation home, and it's in an HOA, so I use a homemade end fan for 40 meters to get a monthly van. Well, 73, God bless. Back to you, Nate, W4, NDK, N6MO, wishing you 73.
Yes, sir. Yeah, the doublet is fed with open wire ladder line, homebrew 600 ohm, made from soda beams wire, 26 gauge, and the spreaders are chopsticks sprayed with black Rust-Oleum. Over.
That's pretty creative. I like that. That's pretty creative. Very good. So are you in an HOA there also? Over.
Well, we have an association, but they don't have any real rules yet. But I don't want to give them any ideas. Roger?
Oh, yeah. Now I've got 2 homes in HOA, so I have to be resourceful and self-oriented. HI. Over.
Yeah, I try to paint things, make them blend in. Matter of fact, I have another doublet in the backyard that's not connected to the shack, and I've got to paint the PVC because I wrapped it in camouflage duct tape, and the duct tape faded in the sun, so it's now light again. But I got to work on that, lower it, and paint it. But Mike, nice to make contact. Sounded good. November 6th, Mike Oscar, Whiskey 4, November, Delta, Kilo, 73 to you in California. And you can hear your great audio on the YouTube channel. Hopefully you can go check it out. 73. QRZ. Seems like we're getting out to to California pretty well now, and some folks in Texas, also had Portugal. This is Whiskey 4 November Delta Kilo, W4NDK, in Charlotte, North Carolina, calling CQ, CQ. CQ, CQ, CQ. This is Whiskey 4 November Delta Kilo. Whiskey 4 November Delta Kilo. CQ, CQ, CQ. Somebody's way down in the noise. Please try again. Try again, please. Try again, please. So I got a Delta Lima, I believe. A Delta Lima. I turned up my digital noise reduction. Delta Lima, try again, please. Sorry, I'm not able to get you tonight. The band's not open that direction. I'm sorry. I think you might be in Germany. But try again later. Look forward to talking to you. Sorry I can't get you. CQ, CQ, CQ. This is Whiskey 4 November Delta Kilo. Whiskey 4 November Delta Kilo. CQ, CQ, CQ. I think 20 meters is just about dead for us here. I might try another band. Maybe I have to go to 40. This is Whiskey 4 NDK, CQ, CQ, CQ. I'll call CQ a couple more times and then I'll try another band on QSY. This is Whiskey 4 November Delta Kilo, W4NDK, CQ, CQ, CQ. CQ, 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 CQ. This is Whiskey 4 November Delta Kilo, W4NDK, CQ, and standing by. So I heard of Florida this time. Florida. Okay, Florida 1, Foxtrot 1. I got a Foxtrot and a Victor. QSL Terry, Foxtrot 1, Romeo November Victor, 4-1, 4-1, North Carolina. Yes, Terry. I got the 5 and 7. My name is Nate, and thank you for the QSO from France. This is Whiskey 4 November Delta Kilo. 73, my friend. 73. Foxtrot 1, Romeo November Victor, see you soon, 73 from Whiskey 4, November Delta Kilo. Okay, thanks for trying again and keeping up, continuing to try, Terry. Nice to make contact with you. This is Whiskey 4 November Delta Kilo, CQ, CQ.
Thank you so much, Nate. Thank you.
Ciao, ciao. 73. Whiskey 4 November Delta Kilo, CQ, CQ. CQ, 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 CQ. This is Whiskey 4 November Delta Kilo, CQ. Okay, I'm going to QSY to another band. Let me see what it looks like out there. This is Whiskey 4 November Delta Kilo. 73 all and live streaming on YouTube as Go Amateur Radio. We're going to try another band. Kilo Echo 8. Okay, I'm going to QSY to 40. He might be calling Terry in France. 73, everyone. I said 40, but I'm going to try 10 real quick. Just kind of scan through.
Wow, San Diego for me is local in the night in the moment. My being for the Pacific Ocean area needed for the California, San Diego, I copy very, very well. 10 decibel over none, Brian. Here's out. Okay, Brian. Thank you very much for your call for me. In the moment I am registered your call, my lord, please. Your award is my log is very, very important. Please. Stand for you, go start for me, my friend. Okay, mister, good luck in the air. Thank you very much. Happy weekend. And good night for you. Kilo Oscar 6 Charlie Delta Delta. Charlie Echo 4 Japan Zulu Oscar. Bye-bye, old man. Good night. 73, my friend. Thank you. Good luck.
Whiskey 4 November Delta Kilo.
Copy Kilo 4, only Kilo 4. Repeat the call, please.
Whiskey 4.
Kilo 4, Whiskey 4?
Whiskey 4 November Delta Kilo. Whiskey 4 November Delta Kilo.
Whiskey 4 November Delta kilometers, correct?
That is correct.
Whiskey 4 Nancy Delta Kilo. Is right your call or no?
QSL. That is correct. That is correct. Kiko, you are 5 and 9 in North Carolina.
Okay, Nat. Thank you very much for your call, my friend. Whiskey 4 Nancy Delta Kilo. Canada Echo 4. Japan Zulu Oscar returning for you. Thank you, Nat, for your call. I copy 5 and 6 and 7. TSD for your station now. QSL?
QSL, only 100 watts with the doublet. Thank you for the contact, Charlie Echo 4, Juliet Zulu Oscar. This is Whiskey 4, November Delta Kilo. I won't hold you because others are waiting. 73.
Okay,
good luck in the act for you, and thanks for your call for my small station. And please, your award in my love is very, very important. Your volunteer is very perfect for me. Mr. Nathan, all the best in you and family. I think we can. Whiskey 4, Nancy Delta Kilo, C4J0. Bye-bye. Thank you.
Bye-bye, Kiko. 73.
73, my friend. Good luck.
Good luck.
Okay, C4J0 is standby for the night. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Much smaller, and it's a lot of fun. I've seen a lot of changes in that. Oscar 5 Victor, KO5B calling CQ and standing by.
Whiskey 4, November Delta Kilo.
Okay, Whiskey 4 November Delta Kilo from Kilo Oscar 5 Victor. This is Jim near Albuquerque, over.
Oh, hey, Jim. We've spoken before. My name is Nate, and I'm in North Carolina.
Yes, we have spoken several times. I was just talking to a guy in Georgia, and he went away like somebody turned off a light. So I'm amazed you're as loud as you are. You're at least S9, so maybe that means the band's going to quit, over.
Yeah, we don't know. It's been acting kind of strange past couple of days. But yeah, Jim, you're sounding great. You're 5'9" here in North Carolina from New Mexico. I always love seeing that beautiful, I think it's a Volvo, right?
Yeah, it's an old Volvo, and I'm telling people I need to rebuild the engine in it. The camshaft decided to lose one lobe. It's round now, so it runs pretty bad, over.
Roger, Roger. Well, it's a pretty old car, beautiful car. Well, awesome. Thank you for letting me come back to you. I just wanted to get a couple more on 20 before I go over to 40. But Jim, nice to talk to you again. Kilo Oscar 5 Victor. This is Whiskey 4 November Delta Kilo in North Carolina.
Roger, are you okay with all the flooding and everything? Was that around you?
Well, we were fine in Charlotte, but 70 miles, 100 miles northwest, a lot of friends up there through ham radio and family were affected. A lot of problems with houses, and we were doing wellness checks on our repeater up there, and I've got a good beeline to the repeater because it's so high up on a mountain. So, yeah, it was rough up there. It still is, over.
Yeah, I can imagine. The pictures I saw were horrific. When I was a kid, we lived in Raleigh for about a year, and I remember going to Asheville on some weekend. Dad liked to drive around and see the place, since we were only going to be there a limited time. And I remember actually driving up this canyon towards the ski area, and I guess that canyon was just devastated, over.
Yes, the canyon, all of the valleys around Mount Mitchell, which is 6,600 feet, were really hurt, and especially if you look south of there, all the water from the mountains runs to Lake Lure, and that's the worst spot there. But Swannanoa, North Carolina, there were some other areas, Burnsville, that area, all really bad. But they're quickly rebuilding the roads, and there's been a lot of volunteers up there, and a lot of use for ham radio. Our local repeater there, the W2GE Whiskey 2 Golf Echo repeater was kind of the lifeline for about a week up there. At least 3 days. The phones were all down, over.
Oh, good. Well, I'm glad to hear that ham radio helped out. That's terrific, and that the thing worked for you. Anyway, I'll let you get over to 40 or wherever you're going, but I appreciate the call, Nate. We'll talk to you again, hopefully, over.
Yeah, hope to talk to you again, too. 73. Good to hear you again, Jim.
All right, W4NDK from KO5B. 73, Nate, thanks.
73. Is the frequency in use? Is the frequency in use? CQ, 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 CQ 40 meters. This is Whiskey 4 November Delta Kilo, CQ, CQ, CQ. CQ, CQ, CQ. This is Whiskey 4 November Delta Kilo. Whiskey 4 November Delta Kilo. CQ, CQ, CQ. CQ, CQ, CQ. This is Whiskey 4 November Delta Kilo. Whiskey 4 November Delta Kilo. CQ, CQ, CQ. CQ, CQ, CQ. This is Whiskey 4 November Delta Kilo. Whiskey 4 November Delta Kilo. CQ, CQ, CQ. CQ, CQ, CQ. This is Whiskey 4 November Delta Kilo. Whiskey 4 November Delta Kilo. CQ, CQ, CQ. CQ, CQ, CQ. This is Whiskey 4 November Delta Kilo. Whiskey 4 November Delta Kilo. CQ, CQ, CQ. Alpha Juliet? Alpha Juliet, go ahead. CQ, CQ, CQ. This is Whiskey 4 November Delta Kilo. CQ. This is Whiskey 4 November Delta Kilo. CQ.
W9 Mexico Whiskey Italy.
Whiskey 9 Mike Whiskey India. Thomas, you are 5 and 7, North Carolina.
Okay, copy the 5 by 7. You are 4 by 6. 4 by 6. The band is very quiet, but signals are in Madison, Wisconsin here. And I think you're out in the ocean in North Carolina. Are you one of those islands in the ocean?
Yeah, that's my second location for my shack. But currently I'm in North Carolina in Charlotte, in the middle of North Carolina. Did my signal come up any? Over.
Yeah, I'll give you like a 5 by 8 now. 5 by 8. Did you do anything?
Yeah, I switched over from my dipole to my doublet antenna, so I eliminated the coax that I was using because the doublet doesn't use much coax at all. So I got rid of that loss. So that's why it went up a little bit. Over.
Yeah, okay. Hang on. Yeah, okay, you're Whiskey 4 November Delta Kilo. Okay, yeah, I saw on Twitter that you were out in the ocean. And, yeah, all these people, they have all these different QSOs, so you never know, especially like when you're doing a contest. So anyway, we're here in Madison, about 40 degrees, very hot bottom, and the temperatures everywhere are going up, which is, I guess, okay if you live in Wisconsin, but not if you're in Phoenix. So back to you. I guess Nate in North Carolina, W4NBK, W9MWI.
Yeah, W9MWI, W4NDK. Yes, Thomas. You're doing well here, and I'm running a Yaesu FTDX10 100 watts with the homebrew doublet antenna. What is your working conditions today? Over.
I'm a lot the same as you. You didn't say the height of your antenna. My antenna is just a very light inverted V. It's almost a dipole. It's almost straight across. It's about 25 feet at the apex and 10 feet at the eye. 5-band Alpha Delta 5-band EXCC dipole, running 100 watts, 100 watts like you, and I found 7.6 pro, about a 20-year-old rig. So yeah, and it's fine. I mean, I would like a better antenna if I could
Yes, we have a second QTH on the island. This is where we work in Charlotte, about 200 miles west. And then our second QTH is out there. It's a rental property, but no one's in it right now. I was there last weekend. Well, great, W9MWI. It was nice talking to you. The band's kind of dying out, so I'm going to go back to 20 for a bit and then shut down. But appreciate the contact, Thomas. 73 from Whiskey 4, November Delta Kilo. Nice to meet you.
Yeah, whatever. But at least there's no lightning, static, or anything. The band is quiet, but publication eliminated. Okay, 73 here from Madison, Wisconsin, report NJT 79.
Yeah, good talking to you, Thomas. And I streamed the audio so you can hear how much QSB it dropped down to not being able to hear you at all, and then came back up a little, but the band is just going. But my YouTube channel is Go Amateur Radio. Nice to meet you, W9MWI, W4NDK 73. See you later. Okay, guys, just going to shut it.